Let us see the next question. Consider following information about return on classic mutual fund, market return, and treasurable return. So we have been provided returns about the mutual fund, market, and treasurable. Treasurable means risk-free rate of return starting from 2010 to 2024. The following additional information is available regarding comparative performance of 5 mutual funds: A, B, G, R, and T. So these are the 5 mutual funds for which return, standard deviation, beta, and heading information is given. From above information, calculate all the inputs required for determining Sharpe ratio, Treynor's ratio, and Jensen's ratio. Jensen's ratio means Jensen's alpha. Alpha is required to be found. So again friends, I have provided answer of the question to you along with the question. We understand that this is what's the return of the mutual fund. So we make the computation of the average total divided by the number of observations and standard deviation. Similarly for the market, average is calculated and standard deviation is calculated. For the risk-free rate of return, average is calculated and again standard deviation is calculated. As far as the Sharpe ratio is concerned, it is calculated as return on the, that is for the mutual fund. It is return 9.406 or 7 minus risk-free rate of return divided by the standard deviation. So this is the return for every 1 unit of risk measured in form of standard deviation. For the market, again it is RM minus RF divided by standard deviation. This is the way we make the computation of the Sharpe ratio for the market portfolio. So when you make a comparison, classic mutual fund is better on the basis of Sharpe measure. So the mutual fund perform better. As far as the Treynor's ratio is concerned, for that say first of all beta will be calculated. The kind of formula that say we usually apply, with that say the beta is calculated, it is 0.88. So now we make the computation like this. It is return on the market portfolio, return of the security 9.406 minus risk-free rate of return, here is the beta value is 0.88. That is the routine calculation that we make, covariance of the security with market divided by variance of the market portfolio. It is RM 9.406 minus RF 7.36 divided by beta. As far as the market portfolio is concerned, it is 8.267, that is this one, minus RF is 7.36 divided by beta, and beta is 1. This is the way you make a comparison, and we select again the mutual fund. Why? Because it is having such a higher Treynor's ratio. Last is the Jensen's alpha. It is calculated as X per minus required rate of return. Required rate of return is equal to RF plus beta into RM minus RF. This is what we do. So what is the risk-free rate of return? It is 7.36. What is beta? Beta is 0.88. What is return on the market portfolio? 8.267 minus 7.36. This is the way the required rate of return is calculated. 8.267 minus 7.36, so 0.907 into 0.88, so 0.79816 plus 7.36, so it comes to 8.15816, or we can say simply 8.16%. As far as the X bar is concerned, 9.407. So 9.407 minus 8.16. 9.407 minus 8.16. So it is 1.247, and that is the way we understand is the alpha is calculated, which is once again positive, that is considered to be a good sign. This is the way we can say that say by all the measures, so this mutual fund has overperformed the market portfolio. So a small summary of the entire answer. In the first question, Sharpe ratio is required to be found. This is what we have done. X per minus RF divided by standard deviation. Then language of the question says that you are required to make it comparable with the market. From the above information, calculate the all inputs required for determining Sharpe ratio, Treynor's ratio, and Jensen's ratio. And the market return information is also given to us. So we make it comparable with the market. Friends, this entire information is useless. We just do not have to consider it. We just have to make it comparable with the market. So for market portfolio, it is RM minus RF divided by sigma m. This is what you have to do. Same way for the Treynor's ratio, and for Jensen's alpha, we understand only alpha is required to be calculated for the mutual fund, because for market portfolio the alpha would always be 0. Accordingly, we are required to write a note.